And if that's what we're trying to do and why you should care, how are we getting on? Well, the overall summary is that we're hugely encouraged that our work in Scotland to grow is paying off and paying dividends. Our income from SME banking in Scotland last year was up by 24%. We're building some fantastic relationships here in Scotland with some of Scotland's leading larger SMEs, and we've included just a few of the more locally based businesses on the screen. However, we're also making great progress amongst smaller businesses. We added 27% more customers, small business customers, in 2010 compared to 2009, and we helped more than 15% more startups than in the previous year. And our total lending support, clearly, which continues to be an important subject and a hot topic, our total lending support for Scottish SMEs grew by more than 15% last year. For the avoidance of doubt, that's not the net flow of lending or the gross flow of lending, that's the absolute amount of lending support we're providing to businesses in Scotland at the end of 2009 compared to the start. I'm very encouraged by the willingness of owners and managers to commit to relationships with us, to give us the time and the access so that we gain a full understanding of their businesses and of their ambitions for their businesses. Likewise, I'm encouraged by their openness to creatively using structured approaches to meeting their business's needs, if it's permissible to use the word structured and creative in relation to finance. But by that I mean using trade finance tools to manage cross-border payment risk, using treasury tools to manage out or to manage down interest rate risks and foreign exchange risks, using invoice finance to support sales growth in the most flexible and adaptable fashion, and adopting internet-based payments and account management platforms to track and control and manage finances locally and globally, day by day and minute by minute. We're absolutely delighted by the types of business that have chosen to use our services in the last 12 months, and by those who've chosen to grow their business with us too. In this time, through our own internal programmes and our partnership with the Scottish Council for Development and Industry, we've travelled with great Scottish businesses to a wide range of locations, including China, India, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Turkey, Hong Kong, South Africa and the United States. And we've hosted and supported and participated on the ground here in Scotland in events relating to many more countries. We hosted a fantastic event 10 days ago in Aberdeen, where we brought our chief executive from Kazakhstan to Aberdeen to talk about the energy sector opportunities for businesses there, and we were overwhelmed by the response with more than 75 Aberdeen internationally minded, thinking Aberdeen businesses attending that event. And I'm delighted that we're engaged in this internationalisation discussion alongside great partners like Scottish Enterprise, like Scottish Change, like SCDI, SDI and the CBI. As I said earlier, we believe that many of those successful businesses of the future will be those who think about their business in a global framework. There is, though, a recurring misconception that HSBC is somehow exclusively interested in international businesses, and perhaps at its most extreme, that we're only here to process documentary credits. We're a full service business in Scotland. We do everything here in Scotland that we do in England and in Wales and in Northern Ireland and in many other countries. Yes, for sure, we see, and I see, our ability to deliver joined-up services globally for businesses of all sizes as something unique to us. And we believe it brings something additional to the cause of fostering faster growth in the export markets that previous speakers have touched on. But I think in that sense we're no different to any other thinking business. We're identifying where we have an edge, where we believe we have an enduring source of competitive advantage, and we're acting on that insight. But we're delighted that we're building a customer base here that's both dynamic and broadly based, from exciting small businesses to standout global giants that we should be proud to have in Scotland, across a wide variety of sectors, from those that draw on deep tradition to those who draw on cutting-edge thinking and cutting-edge technology, and both largely domestic businesses as well as highly international businesses. As to what next for us, in short, more of the same. We understand that maintaining quality service for our existing customers and sustaining, or better still accelerating, our growth rate requires us to keep investing in people, the people that we have already, to add to those teams, and in opening branches and offices in key locations. Some of you may have seen this morning coverage of what are for us some important announcements regarding our plans for the next phase of our expansion. Our most significant investment last year was in our new flagship branch in Glasgow, right on the corner of Buchanan Street and Argyle Street. We're delighted both with the physical outcome of what for us has been our biggest project so far, and it's actually one of less than a dozen branches that HSBC has anywhere in the world of its design and quality. But even more importantly, we're delighted with the response we've had from customers and from people who aren't quite customers yet. We're on track, as announced yesterday, for HSBC's first ever branch in Stirling in the summer of this year. We're well advanced with plans for both a branch and a new commercial team in Dundee. And while we progress these, we've opened a short-term office within the last week. We're progressing a major branch investment in central Aberdeen, broadly comparable to the new branch in Glasgow. And this will also allow us to upgrade our existing presence in Aberdeen to improve our ability to meet the need of our corporate customers and our commercial customers there. And we're progressing a number of other new branch locations, of which the furthest advanced, as I speak today, and this is a thing that does change day to day, is in Falkirk. And as with all of our current branches, every one of our new branches will have at least one dedicated, full-time small business banking person in the branch every day to deal with small business needs. Within the growing HSBC Scotland team, we're delighted to be making these investments. It's a vote of confidence in Scotland, a vote of confidence in Scotland's businesses and in Scotland's future. We're genuinely hugely excited about these plans. We're also very clear about the challenges that any new business has when it opens up somewhere completely new and needs to start from day one to build a customer base. The challenges of letting people know that we're there at all. The challenge of trying to create the chance to explain to that marketplace why they should give us some of their time. Grabbing hold of every opportunity, responding hopefully quickly, certainly thoughtfully, and always persuasively, and then reminding people that we're there, trying to create more chances to explain why they should give us their time, grabbing hold of every opportunity, responding quickly, thoughtfully and persuasively. We will build great customer bases in all these places, as we've done in Inverness and as we've done in Perth in the last few years. It's just a question of how quickly we can achieve it. And we'd love any support that any of you can give us. Just remind anyone who's concerned about lack of choice, about our growth and about our commitment to further growth. And lastly, 2 invitations. Last week we announced the start of our UK-wide 2011 Business Thinking Programme. It's a search for businesses that are turning world-class thinking into sustainable growth. And this video clip, hopefully, will give you a clearer flavour. Yes.
Connectivity. It can take you anywhere. In business, the intelligence gained from your connections can be key to the progress you make. That's where HSBC's business thinking comes in. If you're an established UK company that meets our entry criteria, you can win a chance to share your thoughts with some of the most successful business leaders we know. You may also get the opportunity to attend thought exchanges around the world. And winners will secure lending of up to £6 million and receive 2% of their borrowing back, and benefit city. For more details on entry criteria, visit hsbc.co.uk/business thinking.
We had the opportunity to take 4 fantastic Scottish business finalists to Istanbul last autumn for a week for a thought exchange visit, described by my fellow Orcadian Charlie Devlin of Rossi Seafoods as a real eye-opener. And 2 of those businesses also won through to the overall final in Hong Kong. This year's programme is open now, so if you are, or if you know of a thinking business more than 2 years old and turning over more than £2 million, and they're attracted by the idea of securing a share of £108 million of available finance on advantageous terms, as well as the chance to participate in those thought exchange trips to key markets, go to www.hsbc.co.uk/business thinking. Entries close on the 10th of June. And the second invitation, please come and see us on stand 27A. We'll be there all day. We have great workshop sessions running, including Derek's invoice finance session. We'd love to see you at either or both. Thank you very much indeed.